Welcome, and let yourself settle into a quiet, easy rhythm, the kind that invites your shoulders to loosen and your breath to slow. Imagine yourself stepping into a world so still, even dust seems hesitant to move. A place where air is carefully combed and light rests softly on steel. If this gentle story helps you drift, a small like and a calm subscribe will help us keep making these soothing journeys. And you can let the playlist in the description carry you along as you doze. What city country are you watching from right now? You find yourself at the threshold to a clean room where the world is filtered into simplicity. The doorway whispers as it seals, and the air hums in a steady hush, flowing in smooth sheets from ceiling to floor, moving like an invisible river. The temperature is neither cool nor warm, only comfortably constant, and the lighting is even and pale, without harsh edges. Stainless steel counters gleam with a satin glow, glass panels show reflections without smudges, and the floor has a soft, resilient feel beneath each step. Through the gowning room, you imagine the gentle choreography: boot covers, gloves, a suit like a pale cloud, a hood that tucks away hair and breath. The process is unhurried, almost ceremonial. Sticky mats at your feet sigh as souls lift away. An air shower murmurs with a soft hiss. The hum of the HEPA filters becomes a kind of lullaby, persistent and calm. In this serene space, particles are counted the way one might count rain in a desert, with care, with patience, with the understanding that every speck matters. The air is under a slight positive pressure, ever so subtly pushing outward, so that stray drafts from outside cannot wander in. The flow is laminar, meaning it moves cleanly in one direction, with little turbulence, the way a sheet of silk would fall when released. That gentle river of air is tending to everything, brushing away what does not belong, quiet and relentless, like a slow tide polishing a shore. Now, imagine yourself growing very small, and then smaller still, until the world itself feels like a vast, pale sky. You meet a traveler in this space, a single microbe, too small for the eye, too modest to announce itself. It is a dot smaller than pollen, smaller than most dust, with a soft boundary where water hugs its sides and little folded shapes. Proteins nestle, waiting for instruction. It floats as if suspended on a cushion of warmth, drifting without purpose, following the gentle jostling of molecules. In that scale, motion is not decided by will, but by quiet collisions and faint attractions, the tiniest nudges guiding it this way and that. The microbe knows in its simple way how to live in places full of variety, on a leaf, on skin, in steel that smells faintly sweet. But here, in the clean room, the world is calmer than calm. The surfaces have been wiped with carefully measured solutions, their fragrances faint and crisp. Cloth passes in slow strokes, leaving behind a uniform sheen. Stainless steel is chosen for its resistance to harboring life, with pores too few and too shallow for a cell to nestle deeply. Plastics are smooth and lean. The air is dry enough to be comfortable, but not generous. Humidity held within narrow bands that discourage growth. No crumbs, no unplanned residue, no stray sugars to sip on. The microbe drifts on the mild stream, finds a ledge no bigger than a crystal of salt, and rests. Around it, the day in a clean room is a measured, repetitive rhythm. Machines hum in polished corners. Monitors blink with gentle patience. People move with a slow deliberateness born of training and respect, their suits making them look like careful ghosts, their gestures mindful, their voices soft. Each action has a sequence, and each sequence has a purpose. The gentle rhythm continues like a metronome set low, steady, and reassuring. From above, HEPA filters cradle the space in their quiet guardianship, catching particles warmer than the air, cooler than the air, carrying them away into folds of fiber where they will wait and be forgotten. The microbe senses little of this. It is the passenger of inertia, a stitch in the fabric of possibility. Its living is modest, a membrane preserving inside from outside, a thread of information coiled up like a note to self, a tiny set of tools folded into shape to perform simple tasks. To divide, it will need nutrients, molecules to build with, and energy to power the building, and water enough to let every part slide into place. But here, the world does not offer much. It offers balance. It offers calm. It offers a silence in which not much happens at all. You notice the way the air moves in a clean room at a pace you could measure without hurry, centimeters per second, gently persuasive. A particle larger than the microbe would quickly settle, but the microbe is light and compliant. It hovers and wanders, then, by chance, taps a stainless surface and clings with delicate forces, minuscule attractions between atoms that are enough to turn drift into pause. Its contact is tentative, like a sigh against glass. It waits. It is very good at waiting. If it is a species that knows how to sleep deeply, it begins to fold inward, conserving what it can, easing into dormancy the way a leaf curls under frost, not harmed, just slowed. The clean room routine moves on. At intervals, a gentle sweep of a cloth passes through, tracing careful grids across benches and handles. The motion is always top to bottom, cleanest to less clean. The pattern, repeated so often, it becomes muscle memory. The sheer predictability of it is soothing. Instruments are placed with aligned edges. Fasteners are tightened, but not over-tightened. Even the labels are unhurried, their text calm and clear. Everything is designed for low drama and easy cleaning. The gentle rhythm continues. When the door opens, you notice the echo of a seal releasing, the soft change in pressure, and then the door closes again with a promise to keep the inside protected. The microbe, still waiting on its quiet perch, rides out the faint vibration. It senses small fluctuations in humidity like a memory of rain far away. It conserves its few resources. If it came from the outside world, it remembers in its wordless fashion that there were once sugars and amino acids and warm gradients to move along. Here, what it has is stability, and stability is a kind of kindness that does not feed. Somewhere in the room, environmental monitoring takes place with gentle ceremony. A petri dish is opened briefly, just a circle of nutrient agar exposed to the air, a controlled invitation extended to particles that might settle. That dish is closed, labeled, and kept for later. The microbe is not close enough to reach it. The clean room's airflow relieves chance of its usual wandering, and the path downwards, the path particles often take, is softened by that steady, upward push from the room's positive pressure. At another station, A sterile swab touches a surface and withdraws, neat as a comma in a sentence. Earth's tiniest travelers gathered for counting. The microbe rests where the swab does not pass, tucked into its lonely corner. At the midpoint of the day, imagine the room in a gentle equilibrium. People at stations, equipment humming, the air as constant as a heartbeat. How sleepy are you on a scale of 1 to 10? In this pause, you might consider the scale of the microbe's size. A human hair is a wide boulevard compared to the microbe's own width. A grain of fine dust is a continent. The molecules of water that cling to its surface form a thin film, like dew, and the thermal jostle of the world is enough to gently shake it in place. If it were on a warm kitchen counter, it might find a trace of sugar carried by a fingertip, and that would be a feast. If it were in rich soil, it might be surrounded by neighbors, exchanging molecules, bits of information, small favors that microbes trade.